Hi, my name is Antonia, and I have prepared a research paper about influence of gut microbiome on fat storage. I reviewed a paper from journal named Diabetologia, and the name of the paper was The Environment Within How Gut Microbiota May Influence Metabolism and Body Composition by author A. Reason. The main objective of the research was to establish the relationship between the gut microbiota and metabolic processes in human bodies associated with fat storage, energy extraction from diet, and diabetes mellitus. One question that authors stated in the research paper and wasn't answered is that whether it is possible to modify the gut microbiota to reduce the impact on metabolic disease in humans. This research used and discussed a lot of other researches, as well as conducted experiments mostly on mice using control and experimental groups. The key findings and takeaways of this research paper were that the human intestinal tract contains a large variety of microorganisms and that every individual has his own very specific, personal, and unique microbiota. In infants, intestinal tract progresses from sterility to extreme diversity during the first year and then transforms every year until it's fully developed more until age of 4, but then it still transforms and changes until the adulthood when the gut microbiota remains mostly constant with slight differences such as caused by antibiotics, which influence the gut microbiota a lot, and even short-term dosage impacts the microbiome 4 weeks after taking the medication. The authors concluded that the animal models has revealed a relationship between gut microbiota composition and obesity, but this still need to be tested more on humans to be able to conclude more specific conclusions. Intestinal microbiota plays a role in converting nutrients into energy, where increased energy yield from diet in obese mice and humans could be a contributing factor to obesity. Research also said that variations in the composition of microbiota were found in obese humans and mice. And my interpretation of this research paper, and the most interesting thing I found here, is that twins or siblings have much more similar gut microbiota than two non-related individuals. And for this class, the main takeaway and what we can use is that understanding of the childhood obesity and human development, and these data, they together suggest a relationship between metabolism, obesity, genes, eating patterns for both individuals, but also parents, and the diversity of intestinal microbiota since the fertilization of the new organism. Mostly, regarding this last sentence, mostly eating patterns of mother during the prenatal period, but also infancy. And then, of course, the impact on eating patterns of the individual, which are influenced by parents in the early childhood, and then after a certain age, mostly depends on individual. There are key findings and hypotheses tested on animals, but there are still limitations to form specific conclusions on the effect on humans. Although authors predict that these questions should be answered very shortly because technology, research, and medicine progresses very rapidly. Thank you so much for watching.